Welcome to CXC Math TV. Today we're going to be doing rotation, but not about the origin. All right, so in the last video we looked at rotation about the origin. So now we're looking at rotation that is not about the origin. So this question right here, it says rotate the shape A 180 degrees about the center minus 1, 2. So usually when you're rotating about the origin, it is very, very, very easy, right? But when it is not about the origin, it may not seem so easy. So the first thing we're going to do is look where the center is. They tell us the center is negative 1, 2. Negative 1 is when the x value is negative 1 and the y value is positive 2. So that's right here. So put that point right there in yellow. That is like your center. All right. So in order to do this question, think of this as our center. This is our center C. So what I want you to do is you're going to imagine that this point C is the origin. I know it sounds ridiculous, but just imagine it is the origin. If it is the origin, all right, look what we're going to do now. Just imagine that this point C is like our origin, the point 0, 0. If that point C is the origin, first thing we're going to do then, so let's write it down. We're going to write down the steps. So the steps. The first step is number 1, you're going to label the coordinates of the object. Label the coordinates of the object. All right, so in this case, the coordinates of the object, let's just call it A, B, C, and D. All right, doesn't matter. Those are the points, A, B, C, and D. So A is the point 2, 2. B is the point 4, 2. C is the point that is 2, 3. And D is the point, X is 4, the Y value is 4, and D is the point 4, 4. So that is step 1, label the coordinates of the object. Hey! Step 2 is since we're considering that this is now the origin, so what we're then going to do is to find the new coordinates. So step 2 is to find the new coordinates. So to find the new coordinates of the object, given that we're considering that 0, 0 is at the point C now, so since 0, 0 is at the point C, then really and truly, this point would be 1, 2, look at it, 1, 2, 3 units going across. So A is the point 3, 0 now. Another way you can look at it then is this is what we're literally doing. So all of the points, we're just going to take away the center. We're going to take away the minus 1, 2 from each of these points. All right. So look at it. When you take away now 2 minus negative 1, that is 3. All right. So this is going to tell us that our new coordinate of A is 3. And then 2 minus 2 is 0. So A is the point. A is really 3, 0. B is really the point 4. Minus 1 is 5. And 2 minus 2 is 0. And so you should already get the principle. C is then going to be 2 minus 1, which is 3. And then 3 minus 2, which is 1. D is then the point 4 minus 1, which is 5. And 4 now, this 4 minus 2 is 2. So those are our new coordinates. Once we get our new coordinates now, we're good. From the last video, we should remember the rotation matrix. Now we're fine again. Remember the rotation matrix? We said that it is cos theta, sine theta, minus sine theta, cos theta. Cool. Once we have that now, remember, The question said we're rotating the shape 180 degrees. So in this case, our theta, let me write that down. In this case, our theta is equal to 180 degrees. All right, so you're going to input theta as 180 to get the rotation matrix is cos of theta is the cos of 180 sine 180 minus sine 180 and cos 180. Now the cos of 180, we know that is -1. The sine of 180 is 0. Sine 180 is 0. Cos 180 is -1. So this is what we're getting for our rotation matrix. -1, 0, 0, -1. So now we can go ahead and find our new coordinates by now. Finding our new coordinates now, step 3. Remember the image point, image is equal to the rotation matrix multiplied by the object point. All right. So now to go ahead and use this formula. So for example, we need to find A complement. A complement is going to be -1, 0, 0, -1 multiplied by the object point. The object point for A was, remember it was 3, 0. So we have 3, 0. When we multiply those, we go row by column again. That's going to become -3, -1. Remember, row by column, it is -1 times 3 plus 0 times 0. And then we have 0 times 3, -1 times 0. And so that works out to be -3, -3, and all of this is just 0 down here. So the image point is -3, 0. All right, so that is A right here, -3, 0. That's A prime, sorry. -3, 0, -3, 0. Now remember, if you go back to your diagram, remember that is with response to your fake origin. So your fake origin, see right here, -3, 0 mean from this origin, you go 3 units across to the left. 3 units to the left, 1, 2, 3, that's negative. So right here is now your A prime. This right here is your A prime. Likewise, we're going to do the same now to find our B prime. So our B prime is going to be equal to the rotation matrix, -1, 0, -1, multiplied by the point B. The point B we said is the new coordinates of B is 5, 0. So we'll go and multiply it by 5, 0. We know to multiply matrix, this will give us -5, 0. Hey! So therefore, B prime is -5, 0. That's B prime. All right? So since B prime is -5, 0, we're going 5 units across from the origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is right here. That's -5, 0. This right here is B prime. All right. So we can go a little faster now. C prime is going to be -1, 0, 0, -1 multiplied by the point C. C is the point 3, 1. Remember, this is our C down here, 3, 1. That's going to be row by column. That is -3. This is now -3. And row by column, that's -1. So C prime is the point -3, -1. All right. Now that we get -3, -1, we'll go 3 units across to the left. So that is going to be 1, 2, 3. And -1 meaning we go 1 unit downwards. All right. And so right here is our point C prime. And then now we need to go find D prime now. D prime, remember D is the point 5, 2. That point right there, 5, 2. So it's just going to be -5, -2. All right, just following the pattern, realize it's going to become -x, -y. But you can always go ahead and still work it out. There's no harm in actually writing it on the paper. You go ahead and you're going to get your -5, -2 for your D prime, no problem. So we go ahead now and we put that -5. We'll go 5 units across from our new origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 units down now for the -2. 1, 2. That is right here. Right here is our D prime. Now you can draw your trapezium. So we're just going to connect it from A to B like this. Then from B to D like this. Then from D to C like this. Then A to C right here. Wow! All right. That is how you'd rotate it 180 degrees about this point right here. All right. That is your answer. Nice. All right, so this question says, rotate triangle ABC clockwise about the center 1, 2. So pause the video and attempt this question. All right, I know you should be laughing at this question. We're just laughing and saying, now that we know what to do, it is easy. So remember, step 1, we need to, all right, we're gonna put on our new center is 1, 2. That's this point right here. That's our new center. All right, so we need to find our fake points. But first, I'm just gonna write down the coordinates of A, B, and C. The coordinate of A right here, as we can see, that is 2, -3. C is the point, 4, -3, and B is the point, 3, -1. So our fake points, what we're going to do is subtract 1, 2 from each point. All right, because we're imagining that C right here is our new center, or this is our new origin, because we know how to rotate from the origin. So where I put the dotted line, that's like your new Y and your new X axis. Hey! So in this case, it's like B is now the point 1. Look at it. 1, 2. And then we go down 1, 2, 3. All right. So B, or fake B coordinate, the B that we're working with is, how many did we say? When you subtract 1 from 3, you get 2. And when you subtract 2 from 1, you get -3. So that's your B coordinate, 2, -3. Or A is the point. A is the point right here. So this is really 1 unit across. And we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units down. So A is the point 1, -5. And C is the point. This C right here is the point 1, 2, 3 units across to the right and 5 units down. So this is the point 3, -5. So that's step 1. Hey! Step 2 now is you're going to find your rotation matrix. Now, this is 90 degrees clockwise. So the rotation matrix, remember, is cos theta. So it's cos 90, sine 90, minus sine 90 times the cos of 90. All right? Hey! So that will work out to be, the cos of 90 is 0, the sine of 90 is 1, minus the sine of 90 is -1, and the cos of 90 is 0. Now to find the image point, so to find our new image point, A prime is now equal to the rotation matrix 0, 1, -1, 0, multiplied by our new A point. And remember, A was 1, -5. So in that case, we're going to go row by column. And 0 times 1 is 0. 1 times -5 is -5. And then this row by this column, -5 times 1 is -1. And 0 times -5 is 0. So that's -5, -1. So that's our A prime. Or A prime is equal to -5, -1. So just going to put that on the diagram. But remember, this is our origin. -5 mean we go to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is -5 right here. And then we go down -1. That's right here. So that's right there in respect to the origin. So this is our new A prime. That's where A prime is going to be. All right. Now B prime. B prime is going to be the rotation matrix 0, 1, -1, 0 multiplied by 2, -3. What we're going to be getting is row by column. 0 times 2 is 0. 1 times -3 is -3. So that's -3. Then second row by the column, -1 times 2 is -2. 0 times -3 is 0. So that's now -2 right here. All right. So that's -3, -2, but it's with respect to our new origin. So it is 1, 2, 3 units to the left, and then 1, 2 units down. So -3, -2, that is right here. This is our new B prime. All right. And I just want to make sure that I write this -2 a little bit more clear or more visible. Needs to be perfectly transparent so we can see well. Now we need to find our C prime. C is the point 3, -5. That's the point that we're working with, 3, -5. So we go ahead now and we're going to say that our C prime is 0, 1, -1, 0 times our C, which is 3, -5. So what we're going to get is row by column is going to give us 0 times 3 and 1 times 5 is -5. Then row by column, second row by this column is -1 times 3, that's -3. So we get that our C prime is equal to -5, -3. So we'll put that on the diagram now. -5 meaning we go 5 units to the left from our new origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -5, and then 3 units downwards. 1, 2, 3. That's right here. That's your C prime. And so now we can connect up the triangles. This would be the image. That would be your answer. Nice, 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 nice. And that's how you rotate this triangle about the center, 1, 2. Wow. Just one more question for further practice. All right.